We're outside the Al Ain Museum in Al Ain for stage 6 of the UAE Tour. Legal Trek have found some extra members there. Remco Evenepoel smiling on the podium with Gianni Moscon. Isaac del Toro, he has to make up 21 seconds on this man, on Antonio Tiberi, in today's stage to Jebel Havid. Since the start of the UAE Tour, this climb has been part of the course. It's 10.8 kilometers, 6.6% average. Winners on this climb were Alejandro Valverde, Adam Yates twice, Tadej Pogacar 3 times, and Lennart van Eetveld 2 years ago. In the women's race, Lotto Kopecky won it, but it has been the mountain of Elisa Longo Borghini with 3 wins so far for the Italian champion. 168 kilometers today with a hockey stick profile, basically a flat run-in towards the Jebel Havid climb, which is a much more gentle climb compared to Jebel Mobra we did on Wednesday. We have Tiberi in red, Jonathan Milan in green, Sylvain Dillier in black and Lennart van Eetveld in white. And straight from the start, it was a big fight for the breakaway. Many riders tried, but we ended up with a group of initially 8 riders, with 2 riders for Groupama FDG United, Johan Jacobs, Axel Wens, 2 riders for the Ineos Grenadiers, with Josh Tarling and Peter Oxenberg. Mark Stewart was there for Modern Adventure Pro Cycling. Mattia Gavuri for Picnic Postenel, Stefan Biesegger for Decathlon CMA CGM, and initially also Owain Doull for Visma Lease Bike. First intermediate sprint was at 114 kilometers from the line. Doesn't really matter because that jersey is already for Dillier, but the sprint was won by Axel Huens. Sadly, we did have a crash there, with Chris Harper being the most prominent victim. And sadly, the Australian Pinarello Q36.5 rider had to abandon the race. Wilco Kelderman, also involved, could continue. We're moving towards the second intermediate sprint. And the gap still a minute 46. Remarkably, for quite a long time, the peloton managed to keep that gap at around the 50 seconds, 1 minute margin. But then it doubled to about 2 minutes at the foot of the climb. 1:25 for our 7 leaders, and the peloton timed it well because only 2 riders remain, with Josh Tarling, the man from Wales, pacing his younger teammate Peter Oxenberg Hansen, a Danish talent on the Ineos Grenadiers. Johnny Milan already winning 2 stages and having another shot at a stage win on Sunday. Has to let go with 9 kilometers to go, and then 7 kilometers from the top, it's Decathlon CMA CGM, with Gregor Mühlberger and Felix Gall, the 2 Austrians, accelerating. Antonio Tiberi looking focused, looking okay, with Del Toro, Tejada and Lennart van Eetveld in this group of 6 as well. Still Tarling and Oxenberg at the front, but you can see the chasers are getting closer and closer. The second group returns with the likes of Remco Evenepoel there on the attack, even with Tiberi following Tejada there, Van Eetveld in that white jersey. Remco Evenepoel feeling a lot better apparently than he did on Jebel Mobra. 6.1 kilometers to go, and Peter Oxenberg, the last rider of our breakaway of 8, is caught by Felix Gall and Harold Tejada. Tejada third on GC, a minute down on Tiberi. And then just like Wednesday, when Evenepoel attacked and then had to pay for it, the same happens today. Evenepoel getting dropped, and Ilan van Wilder involved in a crash there, and the young Belgian has to chase back to the front. 4.2 kilometers out from the line, the attack we were all waiting for. Isaac del Toro, he's 21 seconds behind Antonio Tiberi in GC. We got 10, 6 and 4 seconds bonus on the line, meaning that del Toro has to put in at least 12 seconds, 11-12 seconds on Antonio Tiberi, who manages to resist these attacks. Luke Plapp coming from the back there in the purple for Jaco Alula, already showing some good climbing form on Green Mountain in Oman. But just when Luke Plapp joins this group of 2 with Del Toro and Tiberi, Del Toro attacks again, out of the saddle for such a long time. And this is the moment that Tiberi cannot follow that pace anymore. Head drops down. He is at the absolute limit of his capabilities, and the gap to Del Toro quickly becomes bigger. 21 seconds before the stage, and Del Toro gives everything that he has. Tiberi, he has to keep on pushing, but Plapp already passes him meaning that Tiberi is now in third position in the race, and the gap already up to 26 seconds for the Italian. Inside the final 100 meters is Isaac del Toro, the Mexican champion, already won the opening stage and does it again on Jebel Havid. A formidable win yet again by Isaac del Toro and UAE Team Emirates XRG. Great ride there by Luke Plapp, who moves up to third on GC. Felix Galt in third place on the stage, picking up the last remaining bonus seconds. And then the time has ticked by for Antonio Tiberi, who finishes the stage in fourth position, but loses 31 seconds on Isaac del Toro. That means that Isaac del Toro is our new race leader with 1 day to go here in the UAE Tour. First race of the season and already 2 wins for Isaac del Toro. Plapp, Gal, Tiberi, Johannesson, Nordhagen, GOS, Tejada, Gudu and Michael Storer in the top 10 on Jebel Havid today. A medal and a trophy for the Mexican rider, winner of stage 6. And he has to return to the podium on 3 occasions, one of them picking up the red jersey. He now has 20 seconds on Tiberi. Plapp, Tejada, Gal moves up in GC, Van Eetveld, GOS, Nordhagen, Johannesson, and Remco Evenepoel back in the top 10. One more stage to go here in the UAE Tour. We go back to Abu Dhabi, start outside the Sayed National Museum, over the Formula 1 circuit at Yas Marina. It's a flat stage. Won in the past 3 times by Tim Merlier. Mark Cavendish won in 22 and Caleb Ewan in 21. So we will most likely have another bunch kick on the Abu Dhabi breakwater after 149 kilometers. Jebel Havid was for Isaac del Toro. He won the stage and is our new race leader. We have 1 more stage to go here in the UAE Tour.